What's up, guys? It's Carmela Maniac. Today I'm going to be analyzing the evolution of Billie Eilish's vocals throughout her career. Billie has made her brand of singing using her head voice and singing emotionally, but softly. This is what she became known for all the way back in the day in her 2016 release, 6 Feet Under, along with her unique style of pop. Her style is probably a mix between her taste and her brother Phineas's taste, who produces her music. Her songs are usually very soft, but this is not a detriment in any way, and it's usually what makes her unique. Within her soft style, she is still a dynamic singer and is able to convey emotion very well. When she sings softly, she sings very softly, so when she sings at a normal volume, it sounds a lot louder, and it creates a contrast, and it actually sounds different. Her soft singing style works in songs that would possibly require louder vocals, because Phineas and Billie do a good job of adding elements to make her sound bigger. They add vocal harmonies behind her, which are soft too, but they all compound in volume, which make her sound bigger. There are commonly two parts of her singing, which are panned all the way left and all the way right to widen her further. They also do a good job in mixing the vocals with reverb to spread them out. Her soft style of singing can be showcased in any of her earlier songs, like her 2016 recording 6 Feet Under or Ocean Eyes.
Our love is 6 feet under, I can't help.
Even songs like I Don't Want to Be You Anymore, whose song style sounds like it would need louder vocals to keep up with its momentum, she still sings softly and it works.
If I love you was a promise, would you break it?
In the song Lovely with Khalid, even Khalid singing softly is much louder than Billie, and it almost covers her up. But that's okay, because when they sing together, Billie sounds like glitter spread on top of Khalid.
Someday I'll make it up.
In Come Out and Play, her 2018 single release, she sings a little louder, using more of her chest voice on the line, "Yeah, I know it makes you nervous," but it's still quiet and sounds good.
Yeah, I know it makes you nervous.
You can really hear the difference between her chest and head voice when she goes from "To show 'em everything you kept inside" to "Don't hide, don't hide."
Everything you kept inside, don't hide.
Now on her song No Time to Die, produced for the James Bond film with the same title, we see her belt a little bit with her chest voice for the first time. Towards the end of the song, she holds out one note for a while on the word die, then goes down in pitch on the same note, and we hear her use some vibrato on the last part of that note. To me here, it sounds like she ran out of air and barely had enough to support the vibrato at the end there. This song might be different because of the fact that it was for a film and was produced by Steven Lipson, someone working on the film no doubt, in tandem with Phineas. Near the end in her song Oxytocin, it sounds like she's belting, but you can't quite tell because her vocals have a heavy delay effect on them, making it echo after and sound removed and strange. There's also something like whispering going on. It almost sounds like she's mixing head and chest, the mixture being mostly chest, because here she sounds very comfortable and almost like she's yelling.
People don't obey. You and me are both the same.
In her song Everybody Dies on the line and Everybody Goes, she sings a lot with her chest, and it sounds a bit like she's struggling, and it sounds a little unnatural.
If everybody goes.
In her latest album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, there are a couple of songs where she can be heard belting. The first example I hear is in the middle of her song Birds of a Feather, on the line Till the Day I Die, and also on the line I Don't Want to Say Goodbye. She holds the last note on the word bye, and the reverb grows exponentially, covering her vocals a little.
Wanna say goodbye.
In her song The Greatest, we see her belt even more on the lines I Made It All Look Painless, and on the next line, Man Am I the Greatest. Here I can hear a couple of breaks in her voice as she's hitting these notes in her chest voice, but they are in the right places. However, it's something we've never really heard her do. She hit the note on the word pain really hard. I can just see the waveform spike, and it sounds just forced and weird. To me, it sounds like she isn't the most comfortable singing in her chest voice that loud and is struggling to convey the emotion she's used to expressing in her head voice.
You don't want me naked. I made it all look painless.
It honestly sounds like she's straining pretty hard there. Then on the next line, Man Am I the Greatest, she finally sounds like she dropped her jaw, so her voice comes out easier and she isn't straining so much.
Man, am I the greatest?
I'm not sure if they added so much reverb as she sings the note out because they thought it fit better with the song, or because both Billie and her brother knew that she was a little uncomfortable singing like that, so they covered her up a little. She continues using her chest voice heavily in the section that follows, and it sounds like she's at the top of her range and her voice could crack at any second. After she starts belting, there is a huge resolve that blissfully matches with Billie singing in her chest voice, so I definitely see why they made the choice to have her sing like that. If any of you have ever sang and kind of know what you're doing, you might know the feeling of vocal fatigue. The feeling after hitting a higher note in your own range in your chest voice. You also know how your voice starts to sound when you reach that vocally fatigued point. It sounds kind of thin, it's much quieter than you want it to be, and like it's not really coming from your own mouth anymore. That sound is exactly what Billie sounds like in her song L'amour de ma vie, forgive my French, where she sings the lines I said you in the first parts of the song.
I said you.
When Billie sings higher notes with her chest, her voice becomes more thin and less warm, which is so different from what she usually sounds like. She loses some of the inflections she uses when she sings in her head voice. If I heard just this part of the song, I would not be able to guess that this was Billie Eilish singing. While I can appreciate how awesome it sounds when she finally starts belting and using her chest voice for higher notes, especially in her song The Greatest, she kind of distorts the brand that she built a little bit in my eyes. For all these years, she has made iconic songs as such a soft singer, and now she's switching it up. I think part of the reason she made it so big is because of her manner of singing, which mainly consisted of her singing in her head voice. She has such a compelling head voice because it is sultry, emotional, intriguing, soft, and intimate, and she can manipulate it in the dreamiest way. She may just be growing up and discovering a new way of singing, which she enjoys more, and if that's the case, then I'm proud of her for finding her own style. I'll just definitely miss how she sang in her older music. Now, before you all come at me, I will say that I am a big fan of Billie and I think she's an absolutely phenomenal singer. I admire her new album, Hit Me Hard and Soft. I think everything was well done on the vocal side, besides when she's belting, and on the production side as well. But of course, her production is always really good in my eyes. In this album, there are so many dynamic and creatively different moments. There are advanced melodies, arrangements, and beat switch-ups. All of these elements make her and Phineas trendsetters in the best way possible. Like the first part of her song, Bittersweet, is one of the coolest things I've heard in a while. The dropout of the synth at 25 seconds creates so much space, just absolutely hypnotizing you if you're listening with a good set of speakers or headphones. And the reverb on her voice makes it sound like the album cover, like you're floating in the ocean looking up at the sun rays coming through the water above you, and you're just contemplating life. Then it builds up delightfully, and it's just done so well. All while this is happening, she sounds like she might be using a little more of her chest voice here, but I think she is singing a little softer than how she belts in her song The Greatest, which is why it doesn't sound so strained. Personally, I don't think that belting is quite the best vocal style for her, especially when she sounds like she's straining. Some people just have softer voices, and that's totally fine. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I've left you with some food for thought. Hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know which song you'd like me to do next in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later.